Hi, I'm Michelle Gross, and I am a licensed marriage, family, child therapist specializing in eating disorders in Westlake Village, California. Today, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about something that we don't hear as much about in the eating disordered world. I'm sure most of you are probably familiar with anorexia or bulimia, or compulsive overeating, binge eating disorder. But many of you probably have not heard of bigorexia. Bigorexia is a condition that we're seeing. It has not yet made our diagnoses books, but it is something that's very, very concerning, and it's a growing trend in the eating disorder world. Bigorexia actually involves a preoccupation with one's size, and the concern is one being as muscular as one can possibly be. There's a couple criteria that we see for someone who might suffer from this. The first thing is that the individual must be obsessed and have constant worry about their muscle size. So oftentimes we'll have like an athlete come in to a session and they will talk about just feeling like they're not large enough, that they don't measure up to their peers, that they don't look as muscular as they need to, and feeling very, very insecure and upset about that, much in the same way that like an anorexic would be concerned that they feel like they need to lose weight. This person will feel that they need to gain weight, particularly muscle. Another thing that we'll see for the individual who suffers from this is an excessive concern with exercise. The individual might spend hours upon hours going to the gym, lifting weights, and doing exercises to build themselves up and to make themselves look larger. We'll also see similarities to the anorexic with like mirror gazing, where instead of looking to see, have I gotten thin enough, and pinching and checking to see if areas are small enough, we'll see someone constantly viewing themselves in the mirror to check out the degree to which their muscles have grown. Oftentimes, the individual will be photographing themselves a lot, looking at selfies, comparing their own photographs with those that they see of models in magazines or of peers or bodybuilders that they admire. But again, the concern is, am I getting large enough? Am I measuring up to some other criteria, which is to have a large body size, particularly with relationship to muscles? Comparisons are a very common concern here, and I've already spoken about that a little bit as we talk about looking at other athletes that they might admire or friends that they admire. But they just never seem to feel like they're measuring up compared to the people that they do feel are muscular and have the build that they're going for. Extreme diets is another common phenomenon that we see here, and these diets are all about increasing muscle mass. So there might be hours spent preparing meals, putting meals in little containers, taking meals with the person. Uh, Sometimes the person feels like they just can't eat out at a restaurant because there's not a way for them to properly order the things that they're trying to prepare for themselves. So it makes being social more difficult. It makes being spontaneous more difficult. And it's just super, super time consuming. So it can be very problematic for the person and also for their loved ones who get frustrated with, like, why can't we just get up and go to a restaurant, or why do you have to spend so many hours shopping and cooking to have the right meals? And then the last thing that we see is a use of anabolic steroids. And of course, steroids can be extremely dangerous, as many of us are realizing. Um, but oftentimes, one will resort to the use of steroids so that they can promote the muscle growth that they're looking for. So, all these different things